What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Javante, aka Express Yourself. I'm coming back at you with another video. Today's topic is about the first 30 days of semen retention is the most important days of your streak. Now, as someone that's been on this retention journey for about a year now, I've made plenty of mistakes during this journey, and I built up plenty of good habits during this whole journey, and I feel like I'm in a place now where I can give you guys a couple of pointers on what you should do when you're doing this practice, because what you want to do with semen retention, you want to change. You don't want to stay the same. I mean, I feel like anyone that goes on retention, it could be for any reason. You could be doing it for spiritual reasons, religious reasons. You might just want to get more girls. You might just want to health reasons. You might have some health complications going on, but you want to change, right? So during the first 30 days, I'd even say the first 14 days really is but 30 really is where you can build up a consistent habit. 18 days is actually how long it takes to build up a consistent habit, and 30 days you're just doing that times 2, rounded up. But the first thing you want to do when you're planning on about to start a streak, right? Say you just released, right? And you're like, I'm not doing this again. I'm about to get back on my journey. The first thing you want to do is you're going to want to make a plan. You're going to want to, I'd say personally, write them down on paper, because I wouldn't just try to memorize it in my head or just write in my notes on your phone, because let's be honest, bro, a lot of us ain't looking at our notes for real. I do now, because I be typing and writing little YouTube ideas now. But usually before I started doing YouTube, I used to write things down in my notes, like downloads and information that I'm getting in my head. But honestly, I don't look at my notes. I have a million of them, bro. I don't really scroll through them. They're not organized. So you want to, I'd say, get you some pen, get you a notebook, some pencils, some pens, and write down a plan. Write down a couple things that you want to achieve. Write down a couple things that you want to see happen in your life. Write down all the changes you need to make. I'd write down why you're doing this journey. Write down some good advice that I had. I forgot. I think it was Bolden that gave this advice, or maybe it was Jason, if you guys know who those two are. No, I think his name is Jason. Maybe it's something with a J. You know who I'm talking about, though. But yeah, they said write down why you're going on this journey, right? And write down how you feel in the moment of releasing. Let's say you relapsed. Write down how you feel in the moment, why you're about to go on this journey and commit, And whenever you're about to release, look at that. Look at your plans. Look at all the things that you have planned to do with this energy. And for me, that works. I read all the goals and plans that I have, and there's no way I can release. This little 5 seconds of pleasure isn't gonna do it for me. I have long-term goals now. There's not for the short term. Another pointer I'd say is build those good habits during those 30 days. Start eating better. It's gonna take a couple days. Your body's not gonna be, especially if you've been eating junk food or well, for my situation, for the last couple months, I've been eating I haven't really been eating junk food, but I've been eating high quality foods. I've been eating a lot of stuff that I like to eat, a lot of flavorful stuff, a lot of eating out. And now on this journey, I'm deciding to start cooking more and saving my pennies. It took a couple days for me to get used to that. I didn't really like the food I was making, but now I like it. I'm enjoying it a lot more. It tastes a lot better. You just have to get used to not eating the way you were eating. But it's more than that. Get some lemon water. Drink some lemon water. Start making smoothies. Start when you wake up in the morning. Make a plan for when you wake up. Schedule a day out. You don't have to schedule the whole day out. But for me, I like to have a good morning routine. That's really going to set the tone. If I get through my morning without having any urges or even thinking about releasing or anything, I'm usually good for the day. My relapses usually aren't at night. Usually not late at night. They're usually like early in the morning, like when I first wake up, you know. So you want to build some good early morning habits, like, you know, do some push-ups in the morning, lift some weights, go on a morning walk if you can. Just do something, or take a shower, brush your teeth, do something. Like, I have a whole bunch of things I can do when I first wake up now. I could watch some semen retention videos. I could do some homework. It's a lot of things I could do, you know. But you're gonna want to build some good habits during these 30 days. And the semen retention is gonna amplify what you're doing, you know. If you're going to the gym, you're gonna build those muscles up faster than if you were not in the gym, you know. If you're trying to gain weight, actually, I should do some experiments to see if you gain weight faster on this journey. Because I'm somebody that needs to gain more weight, and that's actually a good idea. I am gonna do that. I am actually gonna do that. I'm gonna try to gain weight and see if I have a easier time doing that than if I'm off retention. I feel like if you're off retention, you can gain weight a lot faster. I feel like you're not as hungry on retention. I think I've talked about this before, but you're not gonna be as hungry. You can eat one meal a day and be okay. You know, I recommend for those good habits, I say try to learn how to dry fast for a day or 12 hours. You know, learn how to do something like that. You don't want to focus your energy on something tangible. You know, say it's time for you to upgrade your car. Say you need to fix your credit. Focus your energy towards that. You know, really focus. Like, and I mean, like, everything, not almost everything you're doing, you're centered with the intention of achieving this goal. Because life is about intention. You know, anything you do is about, the universe only responds to the intention. You know, you can go do a good deed. There's a verse in the Bible about this. I'm not gonna quote the exact verse, but it's something around the frame of, if you're doing good things with no love in your heart, you're not really doing good things. So everything is about intention. The universe only responds to your intention. If you go out to work with the intention of getting a car, it's probably going to manifest in your life faster because you're just overly focused on that. Then with semen retention, is amplifying that. It's amplifying your focus. It's amplifying your message to the universe to receive these blessings, you know. And that's one of my favorite benefits about doing semen retention. Just, you're way more focused, and things just happen faster for you. Like, things just happen so fast for you. And one of my last pieces of advice is set a good mind frame. Don't be going around saying, this is so hard. I can't do it. It's so hard. I'm struggling. Every day so urged. I can't do it no more. I just need to get this off. Don't do that. Tell yourself it's hard, but I can do it. Tell yourself that I've been through worse. You know you've been through worse than just beating your meat, dude. You've been through worse. You've been through the flames. Whoever I'm talking to, I can feel it. You've been through the flames. You've been through hell and back to hell, and came back again. So you hold on to an urge, man, bump all that. If you feel that urge, man, get up and meditate. Set your body like this and get that blood flowing back up to your spine, bro. You don't need to get your mind right. A lot of this is just your mind frame, bro. A lot of this is a mindset. A lot of life. That's what I'm really starting to learn on this journey. Just a lot of your problems is just coming from yourself and your brain, bro. And old traumas. And old things. Things that don't matter anymore. You got rejected in first grade. And you're still scared. And you're still scared to approach women. Just think how crazy that sounds. It might not be true for you, but it's true for somebody. And you don't just have to use women. At some point in your life, you got hurt when you're younger, and you're still carrying that pain and still reacting and responding to things in that same little kid mind frame. That's my problem with a lot of this generation. It really is, bro. I can say that because I'm Gen Z, and I've been that person before. I've been the person that responds to everything like a little kid. How I would react as an 8-year-old, you know? There's a lot of growing we have to do as a generation, man. And I believe in us, you know? It's Gen Z, bro. We've been through hella everything. We've seen everything, and we might have just hit a rough patch. We've been through a lot, bro. If you're Gen Z, we've been through a lot, man. If I'm 22, if you're around my age, you know you've been through a lot. And it's happened. I'm born in 2003. Really, this happened. I'm ranting, y'all. But let me make this last point. Really, for our generation, Gen Z, and I'm going to elaborate on this in a different video, our problem started before we even born, 2001. Some of y'all born there and then, but a lot of them problems started in 2001, and the world had just, America has just collectively been in a state of straight PTSD since then, and it's just something that, and then the pandemic happened and all this type of stuff, so it's something that Gen Z definitely needs to work on. We're not normal. We definitely need some healing, but every generation needs that. But we need to acknowledge it. We can be the first to acknowledge that we need healing. But I'm going to stop right there before I start ranting too long and make this video 30 minutes. Peace, love, and harmony to everyone that tapping in again. I'll keep dropping these videos. I have so many videos to drop. I'm going to be good for a little minute. But if I go on a break, just know I'm working hard. I'm not releasing or nothing. If I do release, I'll tell y'all. But I'm going 365 days, like the video says. 365 days of straight semen retention, man. But peace, love, and harmony. I love y'all for tapping in. Like, comment, subscribe. Do whatever you want, man. I'm checking out.